no. Caffeine, that's a no-no.
She thought she'd heard it all from nagging friends, interfering relatives, and know-it-all strangers. Now she's facing the scariest group of all, the Baby Squad.
Hey, you're gonna have a baby. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
Hey, is it gonna be a boy or a girl?
Well, I don't know.
If it's going to be a boy, are you going to have him circumcised? Because you know they're saying that's unnecessary now. In fact, doctors say it might be even unhealthy.
Well, I really hadn't.
What about a name? You know, they say the name is the single most important thing to determining a child's self-esteem later in life.
Well,
Hey, what are you eating there?
it's just a salad.
Well, that's quite a bit of oil, you know. That's bad for the baby's skin.
Listen, I know that you all are well-intentioned, but really, I'm under a doctor's
Oh, we better
care.
get rid of these olives. Some people say it causes jaundice.
Those are really bad.
Oh, that's
Hey,
just ridiculous.
What's this lighter? Have you been smoking?
Stay out
And
of
no
my
coffee?
purse. Oh, that does it. What do you think? Wait.
Don't get angry. That's not good for the baby.
Okay, all right. I'm perfectly calm. Now, would you please just leave me alone?
No, don't hold the tension inside. That is the worst thing you can do.
What kind of a mother are you anyway? Hey, hold it.
The Baby Squad. They're everywhere.
Don't go back to work for at least a year.
What about religious education?
Only purchase sexually neutral toys.
Forget to wash your hands.
We need some backup. We got a tough one. Send in a backup. We got a...
You know, you really shouldn't walk so fast.
Would you please leave me alone?
You are going to breastfeed, aren't you? Medical studies.
Get out of here!
You are going to have natural childbirth, right?
God, I need a drink.
Oh, no, that's not
Hello and welcome to Almost Live. This is Seattle premier trumpet and piano stuntman Richard Peterson. Stay tuned for a power-packed half hour of wacky, crazy comedy. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. And here is the host of our show, a good friend of mine since 1956, John Keister.
I know you can tell right away that I'm ready for summer. I got my summer camp haircut. You can see right here. Isn't this to go to boys' school? You know, a Boy Scout camp haircut, so I'm pretty happy about that. Little miscommunication with the barber, but that's okay. That's all right. It's been an exciting week for another reason. You might have seen this, the East Side Week. This is the weekly's fledgling East Side version. I got to use the word fledgling in my monologue, which is always exciting to me. They've come out with their special Best of the East Side. Little insert. I know. Ooh, I know the suspense was killing us, but it's finally here. And, you know, I got to tell you right off the bat that one of the most interesting things about this is that they actually included Renton as part of the East Side, which... All right, people, I know, a lot of people from Renton here. A lot of people from Renton in the audience here tonight, and they're thrilled because now when people ask, where are you from, they can say, the East Side. I'm from the East Side. Really, I'm from the East Side. And I was looking through this, and also I have to say that I found a lot of the entries in here fairly strange. For example, they've got an entry here, best kept secret, Bothell. That's what it said. I'm wondering now, did I read this right? Is it best kept secret or best kept secret? You know, I don't know. Which I think is the correct reading. Also completely true. They've got a whole section here, most underrated. You know, most underrated this, most underrated that. In here it actually says, most underrated late night thrill. Any guesses here? No. This show, very good. No, that's not it. Actually, it's Xeroxing at Kinko's. Xeroxing at Kinko's. I guess my question is, what exactly are you Xeroxing? And could you send us a copy? Also, another actual entry here, most underrated home entertainment, a bird feeder. Yeah, boy, that really is underrated. You know, oh, throw away the VCR, honey. I've got some seeds. Yeah. Anyway, we thought that they had, obviously had some problems coming up with good categories. Just, you know, categories for the East Side. So we thought we'd give them some help for next year's issue. And I got to tell you, with stuff like this, I'm sure you guys will be around next year. Anyway, these are our suggestions just for some categories that you could be thinking about for your next issue, you guys, you East Side Week people. For example, best upscale housing project with thousands of pretentious look-alike homes that rhymes with Flahani. That might be a good one. For the East Side there, best beige and brown boxy building with a parking lot in front. That could be. How about this for the East Side? Best yacht wax. Would that... Or best little cute bistro with no one in it. Another one. Best rural road with bumpy, irregular asphalt patches that adjoins brand new, perfectly paved driveways. Best area of natural beauty that's about to be raped and pillaged by Ken Behring. And finally, high school with best parties while parents are in Barbados. A lot more appropriate categories. We hope you guys can use that, use your suggestions to make a better paper and increase your circulation, because in television, we're always concerned with increasing ratings, and with that in mind, we've come up with a pilot for what we think is sure to become a major hit. Take a look.
Oh boy, I'm a woman again.
Not a bad-looking one either, Sam.
Now, where am I?
According to Ziggy, it's 1970. You're the roommate of Claire Belden. She's getting ready to go to Woodstock, but if she takes a shower, she's going to be late, and she can't be late. So you got to keep her from taking a shower.
Why me, Al?
Because that's what you do. You travel through time, helping people with their plumbing and affecting the course of history.
Oh.
Quantum leak.
Who's that?
That's your roommate.
The one who can't take a shower.
Right.
Why not?
Because she's got to get to Woodstock. That's where she meets her husband. Together, they have Macaulay Culkin.
Who?
The little kid from Home Alone. If she doesn't get to Woodstock, the funniest movie ever made will never happen.
Al! I mean, ow.
Why haven't you taken a shower?
There's no hot water.
Oh, well, I'm gonna take one anyway.
Oh, no, I don't think there's time. Let's just go to the concert, without taking showers. At Woodstock, nobody will know the difference.
Hey, cool. That's groovy.
It'll be a gas.
Yeah, out of sight. I have such an exciting feeling about this concert. I don't know why.
It'll be out of sight.
Good work, Sam. But you should have let her take her robe off.
Al. It'd be kind of fun to go to Woodstock, though, wouldn't it?
According to Ziggy, you're not going. There's a big leak in the future.
Oh, boy.
Quantum leak.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
Ross Remembers. Conversations with Almost Live's original host.
Now, the old days were not easy. I can't count the times we'd be on the set. Then just before showtime, somebody would say, "Where's Keister? Where's Keister?" Well, we started looking, and eventually somebody would find him passed out under some desk in a pool of spilled Jack Daniels. And what'd we do? Well, a couple of swift kicks would usually bring John around. But when I look at those old tapes now, I realize that John did some of his finest work in that drunken stupor.
These two women are about to become mothers. They're both 6 days overdue. Meet Donna Frazier and Mary Hannah. Their challengers are both Seattle waiters. Say hello to Dave Nixdorf and Steve Blackmar. They're all here to play everybody's favorite new game show, Family to Be Feud. And now, here's your host for Family to Be Feud, Skip Winger.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to Family to Be Feud, the game show that pits overdue pregnant women against overly conscientious waiters. Ladies, how do you feel?
Oh, great, Skip.
Great, and waiters, how are you?
Those women should be sitting down. Yeah.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Hey, we're just looking out for the babies, that's all.
Well, why don't you take a look at this?
Oh, okay. I see we're going to have a great show tonight, so let's get started with our first two daiquiris. Okay. You all know how the game is played. I'll ask a question. The first team to ring in with the correct answer gets the point and the daiquiris. If it's the pregnant women, they get to drink the daiquiris. And if it's the waiters, they get to pour them out. So let's get started with our first question. A woman... David?
A woman should never subject herself to any variation in eating or drinking habits while pregnant because she's not eating or drinking for just herself, but for herself and one other.
No, I'm sorry, Dave. Let me complete the question. A woman is the opposite of a what? Donna!
A man.
That's right, ladies! You've got the daiquiris. Go ahead, pound them, okay. All right, question number 2. This is a multiple choice. Which of the following activities is not a good idea for an expectant mother? A, sitting quietly in a large, comfortable chair. B, carefully practicing breathing exercises. Or C, cliff diving in Acapulco. Mary.
A, Skip.
No, I'm sorry. Gentlemen?
They should not be cliff diving.
Absolutely, and the waiters get the daiquiris. Go ahead, dump them, guys. Okay, 2 more daiquiris. The score is tied. Time for 2 more daiquiris. And question number 3, true or false? Restaurant workers are the conscience of the nation and are therefore entitled to make value judgments for full-grown, educated adults who clearly don't know what's best for their own lives. True?
False.
The answer is... false! All right, the ladies get that. I'm sorry, waiters. The decision of the judges is final. Ladies, go ahead. Pound them. Okay, they drink them down, and with the pregnant women in the lead, it's time for our lightning round, and here comes the tequila. All right. Donna and Mary. As you know, you have 20 seconds to drink as many shots of tequila as you can before being stopped by the waiters. Waiters, you have the same 20 seconds to answer our flash question and then stop the pregnant women. Now remember, you must correctly answer the question before you can stop the shots. Now, is everybody here ready? All right, waiters, get ready for the question. And ladies, start jugging. All right, here's the question. Can a woman make up her own mind about what to eat and drink?
No.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. Try again.
She can if she's under certified obstetrician's care with an affidavit that she can present.
No, I'm sorry. Try again. Please try again. Can a woman make up her own mind about what to eat and drink?
Yes.
That's right. Stop the shots. Stop the shots. Waiters, stop the drink. Whoa, what an exciting game. Well, the waiters answered that question in 15 seconds, but the pregnant women chugged down a total of 17 shots. So the pregnant women win this one. Rusty, tell them what they've won.
Well, Skip, it's a year's membership to Living Great Lady. Come and relax in their steaming hot tubs.
Okay, that's all the time we have, but be sure to join us next time for Family to Be Feud.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music.
Ross Remembers. Conversations with Almost Live's original host.
I'll be honest. I was dead set against having Bill Nye on Almost Live. Isn't it funny how things change when you get a little older and a little wiser? Not this, though. I think he's holding them back. I really do.
Hello. This is adult education, and this course is foreign language for males. I'm your instructor, Emily Crowther. We're going to start off the class with a classic. Take a look here. Anyone want to try and say this here? Anyone? Okay, I'll say it with you. I love Okay, that's all right, don't worry. We'll try something a little easier. All right, everyone say this together. Let's just sit and talk for a while. Let's just sit. All right. Dave, why don't you try it?
Let's just get a little more comfortable.
No, just sit and talk for a while.
Sit and talk for a while.
Good. All right, now everyone again. Let's just sit and talk for a while. Good, much better. Okay, let's all say, I don't know. Oh, come on, it's 3 words. Let's say it. I don't know. Good. Ken, I'll ask you a question and you answer. What's thermal conductivity?
Oh, that's easy. Everyone knows that. That's the temperature on the top of the television set when it's been on for...
Ken, try again. What's thermal conductivity?
I don't know.
Excellent. All right, everyone together. I don't know. Great. You are doing great, really. Okay, one more. I'm ready to make a commitment. Okay, everybody.
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Former Sonic Dale Ellis may miss the rest of the NBA season with a back injury. Ellis says he hurt it in a car accident and he plans to sue himself. The inventor of applets and cotlets died last week. Originally from England, he will always be remembered as the man who found a way to take perfectly good fruit and make it taste like British food. Brian Bosworth's first movie will be in theaters on the 3rd of May, and it's called Stone Cold. The movie is autobiographical, and the title refers to Boz's condition after he was run over by Bo Jackson. WSU is looking for the most knowledgeable person to chair its Department of Wheat Breeding and Genetics. The search committee says the typical applicant will be either a PhD or just a very lonely guy. Dozens of empty kegs have been stolen from the Rainier Brewery over the last few months. The kegs cost over $100 a piece, although they're a little cheaper when they're filled with Rainier Ale. A company that wants to build a heliport in West Seattle neighborhood has sent letters to residents saying that helicopters will not significantly increase the noise. They had to send letters because all the phones in the neighborhood had this loud whooshing noise in them. State Representative Jolene Unsold explained her opposition to a 7-day waiting period for buying a handgun by saying, "I don't believe a woman should have a waiting period for an abortion either." It's believed to be the first time in the history of the legislature when all of its members simultaneously said, "Huh?" The King Dome roof contractor blames water vapor leaks on the breath and perspiration of sports fans. The contractor says that the problem will become particularly acute during baseball season when thousands of fans will yawn for hours on end. Finally, to emphasize their plight, a group of Oregon men have formed the Male Premenstrual Victims Association. In response, a group of Oregon women have formed the Poor Performance When It Counts Victims Association. This has been the John Report. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Ross Remembers. Conversations with Almost Live's original host.
Oh, you know, as I was telling Charles Nelson Riley the other day, in the early days of Almost Live, we used to serve a glass of wine to each audience member just to get them loose enough to laugh at the material. Nowadays, I hear it takes about a 6-pack and a Boilermaker.
Do you want to stay in shape, but find yourself coming home from work just too tired to work out? What you need is HypnoFit.
HypnoFit?
Yes, HypnoFit, a scientifically developed hypnotic system that lets your mind rest while your body works out.
How does it work?
With the patented HypnoFit program, you'll start out jogging short distances and taking brief naps. Before long, our trained specialists will have you running, sleeping, under hypnosis, all at the same time. It's pretty safe, and it really works. HypnoFit.
Well, Josh, we're back here. And that's just about all the time we have this week, but I want to thank all you guys for coming out and being, listen. That's how much they love being here. If you'd like to be here, here's the number for tickets to call. We're at, there, Almost Live tickets. Call that. We'll get them out to you, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slice. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza.